Hello and welcome to this week's episode of the Best Today podcast. I'm Shantae Grant, and today we are continuing our conversation all about routine. And today I want to tell you the truth about routine that you may not have known, but you need to know. You ready for it? Well, before I tell you what that is, because then the podcast episode will be over, I want to remind you that this month, the month of July 2022, we are talking about routine. So if you're brand new, just now listening, you can go back and tap to episode 70 and 71 to hear more about routine. Also, every Wednesday this month, we're doing a routine rewind. We're playing an old episode, a previous episode, all about routine and discussing it in the Best Today community, which you can join by going to besttodayguide.com/72. And it will be linked in the show notes or at any time going to besttodaycommunity.com. So let's talk about it. Today, I want to tell you, like I said, the thing you didn't know about routine that you need to know. So I thought about this one thing about routine when I heard someone talk about how routine just doesn't work for them. They just don't have routines. And I thought, for the person who thinks you don't need routine or routine doesn't work for you or just something that doesn't matter for you, maybe they didn't know this thing about routine, right? So here's the truth about routine. Everybody has them. Everyone has them. We all have routines. Even those of you who are like, I don't even know what a routine is. The question for you is, you do have routines, right? That's the thing I want everyone to know. That's the thing about routines, is that we all have them. But the question is, are your routines helping or hindering you? Not everyone has healthy routines. Not everyone has helpful routines, but we all have routines and they could be unintentional, right? Those unintentional routines are not what we teach, not the tacos that I teach you how to build and right now routine. They're the flow of actions that you perform with great consistency that are not helping you to be proactive with your time or not aiding you in your life. Have you ever noticed, for example, that when you're stressed out, you do the same like 1 to 2. Okay, I can't speak. You do the same 1 to 3 things and then regret it later? That's a routine. Your body has a response to a trigger or to an action, and it does a flow of actions, right? Consistently. Have you ever realized that you fall asleep late on the couch with your clothes on, and whenever you maybe have had a hard day or a full day, that's a routine. It's not a taco routine, right? It's not a TACO routine that I teach you in Right Now routine. Those are healthy routines that work for your life and for your health and for your good. Rather, they're things that you have built into your time and into your life that do not help you. And I want to make you aware of their existence. At Best Today, we exist to help women just like you be your best one today at a time. So each week on the podcast, we are going to highlight your stories and your voices. So let's see what's in the inbox today. This week, we have a message from Jenny J, who writes, I just started using the Best Today guide in mid-December, and the experience has been very positive. Interestingly enough, I found the Best Today guide daytime to be the most helpful part, specifically with my mental health and having a positive day. I've been able to be honest and specific about self-destructive behaviors, and it feels like a weight is lifted every day as they get out of my head and onto the page. If I feel them start to creep in again, I just look back at my Best Today guide and I'm reassured. Thank you so much, Jenny, for sharing that with us. We love to hear it. The Best Today guide, if you're unfamiliar, is our 14-week undated guide. We believe that it goes beyond the limitations of traditional planners and that it helps to connect back to you. It is planning that centers your humanity. We want you to see inside and learn more about the Best Today guide. So go to besttodayguide.com/see inside to see inside the Best Today guide. That's SEE inside. You can also go to besttodayguide.com/72 for today's show notes. We will link to the Best Today guide so that you can order yours today. And the great news is we're not going to leave you hanging. Your order of the Best Today guide gives you your first month free in the Best Today community so that we can walk beside you as you go through beginning your Best Today guide. You're going to be surrounded not only by the creator of the Best Today guide, but other women who are just getting started, who have been using it for almost 2 years now since the product has been out in the hands of our customers. So we want to surround you so that you have everything that you need to get started and to see the change that you desire in your life and with your time. So go to besttodayguide.com to get started today. And thank you again, Jenny, for sharing your experience with the Best Today Guide. So maybe you can identify them and determine what you want to do about it, right? Do you want to allow something to continue happening that you recognize, maybe my body really has gotten into this routine. It knows that when we feel this way, we do this thing. And I don't want to continue those habits and patterns. So do you need to find something to take place of that? So now when I do this, when I feel this way, or when I've had a day like this, or when I feel this way, rather than allowing that unhealthy routine, here's where I want to insert a healthy routine, a helpful routine. Because unhealthy routines, like I said, are going to prevent you from being proactive and intentional with your time. They're those habits and patterns that you fall into. And a lot of times you complain about, whether directly or indirectly. And perhaps you just didn't recognize it for what it is. And that is an unhealthy or an unhelpful routine. So the truth about routine that most people may not know is that we all have them. But I want yours to be intentional, healthy, and helpful routines that aid in your life. So if you think you've been avoiding routine, this message is for you. You're not. This is why I want to draw your attention and intention to creating healthy routines that work for your life and not against it, that are for your good and not against it, and help you to do things that you don't later complain about and say, oh, I hate when I do X, Y, and Z. Like I told you in episode 70, one of the great things about routines is they help to solve problems. Now, we're going to talk about this in the Best Today community. So I want you to come and join the conversation. Again, the link to join us is in the show notes at besttodayguide.com/72. Let's continue this conversation. And I'm really interested to hear if this episode helped you realize, actually, hold on. I do have some routines. I do this same thing over and over and then complain about, why do I do this same thing over and over? And I can figure, and maybe you can pinpoint what it is that sets off that action or that behavior that has become a part of your routine. Because remember, a routine is just a flow of actions. Typically that are proactively predetermined. And here's the thing. So like I said, with a healthy routine, it's predetermined. You decide, here's what the routine is going to be. But the unhealthy can be predetermined in your body because your body's gotten so used to, this is our response to this thing. This is going to be our routine, what we do when this thing happens. Make sense? All right, that's it. This is a short one, so you can either go back and get caught up on our routine episodes or come over and join us in the Best Today community to continue this conversation. Thank you so much for being present with me for this week's episode of the Best Today podcast. Until next time, remember that you are capable and worthy of being your best one today at a time, and you have everything you need to have everything you want. So go on and shout it out as you live it out. This is what my best today looks like. I'll talk to you real soon. If you enjoyed this week's episode of the Best Today podcast, you are going to love the Best Today Guide. Our Better Than a Planner guide teaches you how to get clear on what you want, identify your self-destructive habits and behaviors, and intentionally create space to prioritize yourself every single day. Don't go the journey to being your best one today at a time without the Best Today Guide. See inside its pages and order yours today at besttodayguide.com. Even better, when you order the Best Today Guide, we gift you with your first month free inside of the Best Today membership. So what are you waiting for? We're giving you everything you need to trade busy for intention. Go to besttodayguide.com and order yours today and join thousands of women across the globe proclaiming each day, this is what my best today looks like.